Of South Africa's 9 provinces, 1 is governed by the Democratic Alliance. The DA took office in the Western Cape in 2009 and is approaching the end of its first 5-year term. But does it make a difference which party runs a province? To answer this, you need to look at how a government cares for its most vulnerable citizens, the poor. The challenges faced by many people in the Western Cape are very real. Far too many people still live in poverty. The DA recognizes these challenges and is committed to helping build a better life for all. The DA's opponents would like you to believe that the party doesn't care for these people. But these same opponents don't want you to know the facts. The facts tell the story of a party that spent 76% of its budget in poor communities. A party that delivers services to more people than any other province, despite a 46% growth in population since 1996. A party that has outperformed every other province, from clean governance to service delivery to education. But more importantly, it has outperformed its predecessor in the Western Cape, the ANC, by a huge margin. So the short answer is yes. For the 5.8 million people who call the Western Cape their home, it makes a huge difference who runs their province. In 2009, the DA inherited a province struggling with corruption and mismanagement. In the ANC's last year in office, not one government department received a clean audit. In the DA's first year, 7 departments achieved clean audits. The country's top 3 government departments since 2011 have all been in the Western Cape. Under the ANC, not one department featured in the top 3. The Western Cape was ranked as the best-run province in South Africa in 2013. It was also the only province with no irregular or unauthorized spending. But how does clean governance translate into benefits for the people? The Western Cape now has the highest access to water, flush toilets, and electricity in the country. The province also has the highest proportions of households receiving free basic water, free basic electricity, and free basic sewerage and sanitation. But most importantly, the DA has delivered jobs. While the broad unemployment rate in South Africa is a staggering 34%, the Western Cape has a broad unemployment rate of 22%. That's 12% below the national average. Since the end of 2012, South Africa's unemployed population has grown by 121,000. In the Western Cape, the unemployed population has shrunk by 48,000. One department where the DA has made huge strides in reversing the slide is healthcare. In 2009, the ANC left the province with over 6,000 health department vacancies. The vacancy rate for nurses was 34%. By 2013, the DA had brought this down to just 1%. Of all the patients treated at public hospitals in the province, 80% now receive free services or pay a nominal fee. The DA has increased ARV treatment in the Western Cape from 14,000 to 132,000 and brought down the rate of mother-to-child HIV transmission to just 1.8%, the lowest in the country. In its first term in office, the DA built 3 brand new hospitals in Khayelitsha, Mitchell's Plain, and George, and currently has 75 healthcare projects valued at 4.5 billion rand underway. But the biggest turnaround has come in education. Underperforming schools are schools where the matric pass rate is less than 60%. Under the ANC, this went from 36 schools in 2006 to 85 in 2009. In just 4 years, the DA brought the number of underperforming schools down to 23. There are currently 673 no-fee schools in the Western Cape, with another 216 to be added to the list in 2014. The DA recently pioneered an online textbook ordering system and in 2013 delivered 100% of textbook orders for the year. Since 2009, there's been a 25% increase in the number of candidates from poorer schools to pass the National Senior Certificate. In Khayelitsha alone, the number of passes has gone up by almost 1,000 since 2009.
Under the DA, the matric science pass rate went from 53% to 73%. The maths pass rate went from 65% to 73%.
During its first term in office, the DA has approached the job of governing the Western Cape in a totally different manner to its predecessor, the ANC. Instead of jobs for pals, it has focused on effectiveness and transparency. The Western Cape's DA government exists to serve the people and not the other way round.